which asks, explain the effect of decline in interest rates on each of the following types of collateralized mortgage obligations. We have planned amortization class and support bonds there. So we can move over here and say we are looking at C. So C, we are talking about planned amortization class, PAC. We can say that when interest rates decline, you'd expect prepayments to actually increase, or prepayment speeds tend to increase right there. So we say when rates decline, we can say it implies that prepayments will be more, and by extension prepayment speeds will increase, and by extension prepayment speeds will increase, resulting in the excess amount being absorbed by support bonds, support bonds, leading to what we can say contraction risk, That is for PAC, or planned amortization class. Now we move on and look at the second one, which you are saying is support bonds. Support bonds, we can say that they will have a shorter average life than PAC, or than planned amortization class, due to contraction risk. Now that is it about the two points that the examiner wanted us to explain of the effect of decline in interest rates. Now we move on to part D, and we are being informed that the following information relates to a collateralized mortgage obligation structure backed by an 8% collateral. You can see the tranche there, A, B, C, D, the par amount there, and the coupon rates have been provided there. A client with a notional interest only with a coupon of 8%. Required the notional amount for this notional interest only tranche there. So with that information, we can be able to proceed as follows there. So we have D there, and we can be able to arrange like that. So we have tranche there, par, and then we have coupon there. Or probably maybe I can skip to this other side. Instead of squeezing it right over there, let's move on to this other side right over here. With your permission. So we have now here par, rather tranche and then par. Then par, we also have coupon. Rather, before we put the coupon, we need to have the notional amount or the collateral interest rate, collateral interest, and then we have coupon rate. and then we have excess interest. That. So tranche, we have A, B, C, and D like that. The par amount you're saying is 300. This is millions. I can put that there in millions. So it's 300 million. This is 250. If I'm not wrong. We have 200 and 250. It's 250 million there. The collateral interest, we have got 8%, 8%, 8%, 8%. That is what we've already been given by the examiner over there. You can see at the beginning of part D, you are saying that the following information relates to collateralized mortgage obligation CMO structure backed by an 8% collateral there. The coupon rates have also been given 6.5%. We have 6.75%, 7.25%, and 7.75%, like that. So in terms of trying to get the excess interest, it is the difference between the collateral interest and the coupon rate right over there. So in this case, we are saying we need to compute the excess interest, and the excess interest is 8 minus 6.5. We have 1.5, 0.5. 8 minus 6.75, 1.25. So we have 8 minus 7.25, 0.75. And you're saying 8 minus 7.75. We have 0.25. That. Now that excess interest is going to be useful in trying to compute the notional amount. And we can proceed right over here. So we can say now to compute the notional amount, we need to first of all get the par value, notional amount, we can be able to get, so it's for A, is going to be 300 multiplied by 1.5% over the intended interest that you actually are trying to create. So 8%. So if I can convert this into decimals, with your permission, 1.5 is the excess interest. So it will be 300, which you're saying is the par value, multiplied by this interest. This is of course considered to be percentage like that. So it's 0.015 over 0.08. What do we get there? For B, we do the same. We get 250, which is this par value, multiplied by 1.25, multiplied by 0.0125 over 0.08. How much do we get? For C, we do the same thing. We get 200 multiplied by 0.075 divided by 0.08. And then D, we are saying we have 250 multiplied by 0.0025 over 0.08. How much do we get like that? So now all that's left is just for us to compute. So we have 300 multiplied by 0.015 multiplied, rather, divided by 0.08. We have 56.25, of course in millions. And then you're saying 250 multiplied by 0.0125 divided by 0.08. We have 39.06. 06, two decimal places. So it's 200 multiplied by 0.0075 divided by 0.08. We have 18.75. Like that. And then this is 250 multiplied by 0.0025 because divided by 0.08. 7.81. yeah, 1. We can say 7.81. So in order for us to get the notional amount, what we need to do is just to sum up these values over there. Then there is the notional interest only tranche that is created. So we start from here, 7.81. So 7.81 plus 18.75 plus 39.06 plus 56.25. 121.87. So we have 121.87. That is the notional amount. Like that. Now, having looked at that, we can be able to look at the very final part, which relates to the Green Delivery Limited has defaulted on its senior unsecured debt. Popat Finance Limited owns 5 million of bond Series X, as well as 4 million of credit default swaps, CDS protection. Bond X is now trading at 25% of the par value. Snowline Limited's SSL owns 10 million of bond Series Y, also senior unsecured debt, which is trading at 30% of the par value. SSL has 9 million in CDS protection on bond Y. Required the potential CDS payout amounts to Green Delivery Limited and Snowline Securities Limited there. So we can be able to work it out over here very simply over there. We start by working out the Green Delivery Limited's CDS payout amounts. So Green Delivery Limited. So what you are saying, the trading, which you're saying is trading at 25%, is now trading at 25% of the par value. So you're saying it's 25 over 100 times the par value. I can see it is 5 million. Yes, 5. Right there. So how much do we get? Times 1,250,000. 1,250,000. That. Then, for us to get out the payout, we need to compare with the protection on bond X. We are seeing that the protection is rather bond Series X, as well as 4 million in credit default swaps. So 4 million in credit default swaps, it means that you need to get 4 million. So payout, we can say payout is equals to 4 million, and then you less the 1 million, or rather you can do it like this, payout like this. You can say 4 minus 1,250,000. What you're saying is that it gives us how much? So I have the calculator here. We can say 4 minus 1,250,000. We get 2,750,000. That is the payout for Green Delivery Limited. For this other company called Snowline Securities, we perform the same steps there. However, the figures are different. We can see that Snowline Securities Limited owns 10 million of bond Series Y, also senior unsecured debt, which is trading at 30%. So we need to get 30% multiplied by 100 million or by 10 million. Like that. So those two zeros they go like that. So we can be able to say is 3 million. Yes, 3 million like that. For us to get the payout, we need to compare with the senior unsecured debt with a par value of 9 million. So we need to get payout. We are saying is just going to be simply the 9 million, which we have over there, the 9 million. Like that, we get the difference. We subtract now this this value right over here. So it's 3 million. We get 6. Like that. That is the payout, or those are the payouts for Green Delivery Limited as well as the Snowline Securities Limited right there. Well, that's it for question 2. This brings us to the end of May 2017, question 2. We hope that you'll be able to join us for question 3, 4, and also question 5. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to get yourself a copy of our professionally prepared study text and revision partners. Visit our shop along Tom Boyer Street, Pioneer House, 3rd floor, opposite Fire Station.